Good evening, dear friends. So, today we will continue to talk about your favorite berry mouse. What to do so that during the step it worked, grew, and for this it was not necessary to do any exercises, and everything was good for you. We already know how it works, at what moment it works, but there are still some nuances. The work of the hands during the step is very important. So, when we step with you, we also make movements with our hands. Our hands move, but pay attention that there can be several types of movements. We can make this movement differently during the step. Well, that is, the hand moves forward backward. It makes the movement, but it makes these movements differently. The first variant, how it makes this movement, the normal variant. This is when during the movement, your hand goes back. Here it straightens almost completely. Forward it goes. Here it relaxes a little. The elbow comes forward from the body, and this movement is made by the anterior deltoid muscle. Here your hand turns out to be almost on one line with the stop. That is, it does not go further than the stop. And your hand starts to move here. If you continue this movement, it makes an upward movement here. Inertia is very important during the step. Therefore, this movement creates muscle tension, the biceps is stretched, the delta is stretched, and with this movement, it goes forward as if due to inertia. That is, inertia is very important in the step. Inertial motion is always happening. With this movement, we sort of make a swing, and with this movement, the hand already goes forward due to this. If there is no good movement back, then these muscles will have to constantly create force from a stationary point. And to do this, you will have to help yourself all the time with the body make such additional movements. This is the first option. The second option is not very good. This is when your hand goes forward and turns with the backside forward. Here, when the hand turns in such a position, when it is here with you instead of the front delta, the middle deltoid muscle begins to work, which lifts the hand to the side. It makes such a movement, and such a connection arises between the muscles. And because the balance changes when the hand movement occurs like this, instead of the large gluteal muscle, the medium gluteal muscle begins to work. You strain the middle deltoid, the medium gluteal muscle works for you during the step. Such a connection. And at the same time, the hand itself unfolds, you see, with the elbow. Here, this is very traumatic for the joint, for the patella. The blades then change their position to this. That is, your elbow starts to look sideways during the step. Insufficient backward movement and incorrect forward movement under the wrong angle occur. At the same time, during the step, you will always slightly lean to one side, to the other side. If this movement is expressed from one side, then this movement will only be to one side, because it's uncomfortable in the deltoid to lift your hand forward in the middle. At the same time, the shoulder gets injured, hurts even when walking. The trapezius may be overloaded, strained, and at the same time, the hand stops moving altogether if it's turned like this. That is, after some time, you start walking like this. That is, this hand, for example, turned like this, and already during the step, it will make a minimum of movements. Mainly movements to maintain balance and inertia. The shoulder will do it. And the next movement. This is the movement when your arm completely stops working. And the middle and front deltoids. In this case, you only have movement here, in the elbow. Here the hand can even go back well. More or less normal. And forward only such a movement is obtained. In this case, the step will be short. You will constantly fall forward here. The lumbar will be overloaded. It will hurt. Even worse when two of these incorrect movements combine. Then the hand will bend here. That is, such a movement arises here. So, if you want your gluteus to work, you need the work of the gluteal muscle, so that the hand does not interfere, is needed. Because the hand is needed during the step, so as not to fall here. To avoid falling forward, we use the foot will pull itself, and we use the movement of the hand. That is, the hand makes the movement, it stops this forward fall. To avoid falling forward, 1, we make a swing of the hand. we remain more or less in such a level position. What to do? How to restore this movement? First of all, you need to achieve synchronous work of the hand and foot during the step, so that they synchronously move forward. So that the hand does not go inside when it goes back, does not go excessively outside. The exercise is very simple. It will teach you to do this. So, for this, you will need a wall. Stand next to the wall. Place your foot in such a way that the toe touches the wall and the heel is on the floor. Put the hand opposite from the other side on the wall. Touch the wall. That's how you put it in. That's how you put it in. Straighten this hand at the elbow. And now you start to move your hand and foot synchronously here. From behind, you should touch the wall with your heel, and your hand should touch the wall here. The movement should end when your heel touched, and your hand should stop at this moment. That is these two movements you work out. Train on one side, on the other side. You work out stability do. So that you get this movement synchronous hand and foot with each step so that during your movement, synchronously, you started to move forward. It started to work out. It started to work out. This movement, such a thing, that is, you learn to bring your foot forward together with your hand, then you add the second hand, which you haven't done anything with yet. You start this movement from such a position, you carry your foot forward, and the second hand at this moment to the wall. Here it comes to you. Again, you do here, this is already forward, and you change the movement, change the position of the hands together with the movement of the foot. That is, you need to get used to this. Get used to the fact that your hands work synchronously with your foot. Then you start to make this movement without a wall. Find a half line on the floor. To orient yourself on something, find a line on the floor so that it is in the center for you and start making a step. Here you step out 0, and just like near the wall, everything is done. Hand forward, foot forward, and repeat this movement. And 1, 3, you did 1, 2. 3 transferred the weight, then again did once, twice. 3 without transferring the weight, did once, did twice, did 3. 3 movements transferred the weight. Pay attention that at the moment when you put your hand forward, here the hand turned out to be here in front of you. When you will transfer the weight, here on this leg, the hand is still here. It should stay forward. If it goes back, if you start changing hands too early, then you will fall forward here. You need to transfer the weight, then change hands, transfer the weight, then change hands. That is, this exercise with stops, you need to do it to learn to hold each of these positions, not to lose balance in them. You should be able to follow the position of the hands so that the hand does not go inside, to straighten the hand well enough from behind, like this.